So this movie is an animated movie. He's a goddamn cartoon.
Yeah.
He's close to talking because he keeps saying bro. And they all say bro a lot, but really he's like bro. They're almost like Ninja Turtles when they're talking. And there's even a point where the dialogue is so bad, he comes out and like, hey, kiss my butt. And he's shaking his ass. I'm like, oh, gee, you want another movie, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then, you know what? Just give him over to whoever needs want to kill him. He's on my nerve. Oh, man. It's been a while since we've been to Pandora, the planet.
When was the last time?
Oh, I don't know, man.
2 years ago.
Was it 2 years ago?
Was it only 2 years
Yeah,
ago?
because the last time it was 16 years.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
since
that's
the first
right.
time we went
That's
there.
right.
Yeah, man, it was a nice vacation spot. You know, I remember last time we said let's not keep it too long before we go back.
Yeah. It was nice, but I feel like I still got water in some of my my luggage.
Oh, you do, man. You know, it's all right though. Souvenir. Throw that luggage out though; it's ruined.
You think so?
Yeah.
2 years of being waterlogged.
But on planet Pandora, man, things should be peaceful by now. You know, the Na'vi got rid of some of the humans that were going down there and trying to colonize, and the tribes were finally getting together. And right now, we even have a water tribe that brought in Scully and what's
Sully.
her name? Sully. Jake Sully.
Yeah.
Jake Sully and Neytiri.
Yeah, Natiri.
Natiri. Yeah, man. Now they got a family. Everything seemed like it was going to be fine. And I'd be damned if, if one thing's about humans, man, we're resilient.
Yeah. Persistent.
We're persistent, even when we're assholes about it.
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna colonize this planet one way or
Right.
another.
I mean, because that's just what humans do.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And now it's even worse because the humans have, their new tactic is to come in and take the form of the Na'vi, you know, the Na'vi being the big blue, tall ass, thin ass, anorexic cat people out there. And they've learned how to come in and mingle with the people in the tribes and whatnot and trying to tear things apart from the inside. On top of that, we got a new, you know, because you thought all Na'vi got along together. You thought that all of them were, you know, they were all peaceful and worked together for the benefit of the planet. No, we got these new Na'vi out there. Hence the name Fire and Ash.
Mm-hmm.
We got the Fire Cats or whatever.
Fire cats. Yeah, for all you people who moan because you couldn't live on Pandora in peace, they got assholes too.
Oh yeah, people. You know, wow, and they got one. She's a bitch, boy. I was like, man, this chick is such a bitch. I was like, how come we haven't even heard of her in one or two?
Right.
You think her reputation would precede her?
Like, oh, we don't talk about her.
Yeah, exactly. I don't mention her because she'll start some shit. But yeah, if you thought the humans were bad, these new Na'vi that we see right here, believe it or not, they can be a lot worse. What is going to happen with Pandora, man? Everybody's coming down here. Nobody thinks about Mother Nature. Nobody thinks about, what is it, Allah, Abba, whatever, whatever the goddess, the nature goddess is, you know. Nobody ever thinks about the planet. They're tearing it more apart. Can these Na'vi defeat the humans, respect the unity of nature and their ecosystem, and most of all, can't they just all get along at the end?
I feel like the answer is no.
Yeah.
Good, because we wouldn't have a movie if that was the case.
I say we ain't had no damn movie.
We wouldn't have a movie. And the biggest question is, does anybody still give a shit? It's been, you know, the Avatar is one of those movies where, you know, people, it's been gone so long. For a movie that has such an impact at the box office, when a new Avatar movie comes out, people are like, oh yeah, that is coming out. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yes. It doesn't seem to be, at least from the one other movie we had, not something people are like champing at the bit to go see, but they sure did come out in droves for it.
Yeah. Well, how about this one? I mean, being that we got about, 10 more Avatar movies to make?
Not anymore.
Maybe.
That's what James Cameron says, but he can't leave these
Well, you think he'll do it again?
Yeah.
Well, but then he also said something about like he might stop it here.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what-
yeah,
something
yeah.
else.
He said he's gonna want to do other things with his life. He's like, I'm old now. I can't be.
I believe it when I see it. Yeah. Shit, he's gonna be buried dressed like one of these cats.
The mouse
so
go grab him again.
It'd be funny if Catherine Bigelow did that to him.
But let's go ahead and take a look at this trailer for Avatar: Fire and Ash. Oh, folks, also there's another big plot point here. If you remember the last movie, Jake, he adopted a little human boy. A little boy named Spider. A little Tarzan looking boy.
Yeah.
or a white dude, you said a reggae concert. Smoking weed.
But to see fish.
Yeah. But Spider, he's got a guy that's, what, it smells like damn, what is it?
Patchouli.
Patchouli, yeah. So he fits right into Pandora. But the thing is, he's human. But he's adapting. And the more that Spider adapts to Pandora, the more he becomes a threat to Pandora. Because if the humans find out whatever the secret is of him adapting, they can use that and weaponize that too. But I did not see the press screening for this. I actually saw this today and rushed in here to get myself together to do this review. And I just went ahead and splurged to see this in IMAX 3D. Mm-hmm. When they said IMAX, I just saw IMAX. I didn't know it was actual 3D. I didn't know we were still doing that.
I don't think we
got your
are,
ass.
but we're doing it for this movie.
For this movie, yeah. And I felt crazy doing that because, when I go see movies, I wear glasses. So I'm sitting up there with 2 pair of glasses watching this movie.
Yeah.
I did the same thing.
Yeah, me too.
And surprisingly, it worked because, man, look, say what you will about these films or whatever criticisms I might have had about the past movies or if I have any for this. One thing that I've always said about these movies and have a better appreciation for with each film that comes out is nothing compares to the look of these movies, man. They are so detailed, that I've always said that one of the things that James Cameron has done with this is that he actually he seems like he's actually created a real world, a real ecosystem.
Yeah. I mean, it's not just a new technology. It's a new way to experience a movie.
The amount of detail and the attention to detail of creating this world is amazing. If there was only one small problem with this for me, when I saw it, it was going back and forth between frame rates and different looks. Yeah, because
really?
The way mine was, because they had it. If you ever had your TV set on that setting where I don't know, it's like a smoothing out setting or something. Mm-hmm. I now it's different for everybody. I don't like that. I think it looks terrible.
Yeah, it makes your stuff look like either a soap opera or like it's on local TV.
The frame rate was so high that if you put it that high, like 45 to 60 or something like that, the rate for film is 24 frames per second. Now, when you start going up in frame rate, more it starts looking like video because. And I'm watching this in IMAX and in 3D. So for a while, it was way too sharp. Mm. And one of the problems with that is that you don't get a natural blur. Mm-hmm. Everything is, is strobing. And I mean, listen, I don't care what they say. This is pretty much an animated movie. Yeah. All right. So when I'm looking at this, it was so sharp that everything looked like a video game cutscene.
Right.
Now, granted, we're talking about like the PS10 or something, because it looks so amazing. But it looked like a video game. Now that's a small complaint because after a while you get used to it. Mm-hmm. And I'm saying this because that's almost like a compliment to James Cameron and Weta and the people that do the effects for this because I was so immersed in the world that even though I would notice it every now and then, it still looked great.
Yeah.
Me and my damn 8 eyes on.
Yeah. As much as I was, kind of cynical about the last movie, this time I was like, wow, I am completely immersed in this.
Yeah. This feels like an actual, like I said, it feels like an actual ecosystem. Man, it feels so real. I was actually kind of disturbed by this because they would, James Cameron don't give a. kills animals in these movies, he blows them up, stabs them. And in some cases, you watch them die slowly. And watching that, I was like, I got upset because I actually felt like I was watching real animals die. I felt like actual alien animals were harmed during the making of this motion picture right here. That kind of made me mad. I was like, I can't watch this shit. I don't want to watch these alien whales die slow and cruel and die in cruel ways. Yeah. So, but man, listen. As much as I don't want to see it, I realized that it actually worked for the movie because one of the things that I love about Avatar, even from the very beginning, I like that. Let me see if I can find a picture of somebody here. I like this. There are hardly any humans in this trailer.
They're not important.
No, well, they are important in the sense that I love these movies because humans are the alien invaders. And see, I'm at a point now where I'm so cynical. Like when I see an alien invasion movie, I root for the aliens.
Like War of the Worlds.
I root for the aliens. So when I'm looking at this, I'm like, we are the alien invaders.
Sure.
We are the humans are coming in, and they're and that's why I root for the aliens because we're so shitty, man. I live among humans. I think humans are so shitty. I'm like, man, come down and invade us. Straighten our asses out. So when I see the humans acting a fool in this, and they actually are the alien invaders, man, I have never felt so satisfied watching mass human death in a movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It is satisfying.
It is very satisfying. I got so much pleasure seeing these old greedy ass humans die at the hands of these CG cat people right here.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that James Cameron does. He shows you the cruelty. And it's hard to watch sometimes. It's a PG-13 movie, so I'm not saying that this is like torture porn or something. But he does a great job at setting up the humans as being so cruel and being so greedy. And it's almost depressing to watch. But then when the shit goes down, it's like, good. I'm glad. I'm glad. That's what y'all get.
I mean, I suppose I would prefer a movie where maybe even like the people we hate, they have some dimension to them other than greed and assholeness. But it works for this.
Yeah, I mean, and it's a shallow thing that they're doing here.
It's
been consistent in every movie.
That's true. It has been consistent.
I don't think it's just me. I don't think it's been consistent. I actually think that at this point now, it's well, maybe, you know what? Let me change that. It probably has been consistent to a fault, I believe. Which is why I want to bring in one of the things that I thought actually was a huge asset for this movie. And that is because first of all, the motion capture in this is getting better and better.
Yeah, it's insane.
And I love the motion capture for the Na'vi, man, and I think every time they bring a new tribe in, that's it's interesting to see how the motion capture is done with new designs.
No, when you saw it, did they show the featurette first?
No.
Okay, so when we saw it, they did a featurette on like the making of, and you got to see the actors in the mocap suits acting with each other.
Oh no, I didn't see that. But you know what? I'm glad I didn't see that because I wanted to get lost in this. And I think one of the best additions, the new additions to this movie, are the main Kwan. The Firecats. Main Kwan sound like a Terrence Howard tribe, don't it? Be the main Kwan, man. But the main Kwan led by this chick right here, man, which we'll talk about in a little bit. I love them, man, because I knew that the Na'vi had their differences, but I didn't know that they had just had evil up there. I always thought the humans were the bad ones. The main Kwans are in ways, just if they're not worse than the humans, they're right there with them in their cruelty.
Sure, yeah,
Right, yeah.
Their cruelty is up there, and it's almost like a religious zealotry, and their leader, she's power hungry.
Oh yeah, you talk about religious zealotry. Shit, I think they're damn meth addicts. Crazy, because they get high. I'm not lying. They get high, and then they go out and attack because being high allows you to do that.
Curious. Shit! Get back!
your ass.
What Spider thought he was going to do with that little bitty pen knife?
Exactly that. Gets knocked upside his goddamn head.
It's like, it's like, boy.
Well, you better see. He don't even know. They on that dust. They on that shit right now. You can see it. They high as hell. He thought he gonna go and step up to them. Yeah, they like I said, they're a bunch of drug addicts out there, man, and they're attacking because they actually they show scenes where they like sniffing dust and they go out there and lose their shit and start fighting. Except for the leader, as Martin was saying, the leader whose name is Varang, who's played by Una Chaplin. And Una Chaplin, you might have seen her from Game of Thrones, but Una Chaplin, she's yeah, man, that character, I love this character in the movie. I have one big complaint about this character, but for the most part, I think the character is, like I said, I think that is probably one of the best villains that this movie has since Stephen Lang.
She's the scariest thing in the movie.
No, she really is.
Yeah.
And she also fine as
I know.
I know, yeah, she fine as hell.
She's so sexy and so scary at the same time.
That sounds like a fun weekend.
Like, that's funny, because even your boy, Colonel Quaritch.
Hey, I don't know how to say
Colonel
that.
Quaritch right here, Miles Quaritch. He hates these Na'vi. He hates these cat people. And even when he looked at her, he's like, shit, I'm going to hit that.
You a little different. I'm on my speed.
He's like, shit, I'm a cat person, you a cat person. This is legit right here.
Right.
That's not what you really want.
What do I want?
What you've never had.
This dick.
I love them both trying to doing sexy talk with each other. Well, you don't have what you want. Well, what do I want? Oh, well, what you never had. Well, what haven't I had? all right.
Look, he got his pose and everything.
Yeah.
Boy, look at that.
Got his lean.
Might be a clone,
That
but
lean
shit.
right there. Yeah, girl, I got what you need right here.
Well, what is that? Well, what do you think? Maybe I don't know.
I wish that my complaint with this.
Here we go.
Yeah, well,
Here we go.
My complaint is that I love this character so much that I wish she was the main villain, and she's not.
Yeah.
So the main villain is still Colonel Quaritch, and even in the middle of the movie, the main Quan, if I'm getting the name right, they kind of disappear for a while, and he's the one that's taking the lead again, as he's done in the last two movies. And I thought, you got this great new villain right here. Just my personal opinion, but I think that she should have been the main lead, and he should have been her bitch. He should have been the sidekick.
Yeah, that would have been, that would have been cool, but these movies, all three of them, are as much his arc as it is Sully's arc. Maybe even more so.
No, I get it.
And it didn't seem that way, but because with the second one, I was more of a like, oh, we got to do this with him again. But here I was like, okay, he actually has an arc, and that's what we have to get to.
No, I get it. And
Right,
I like it. I'm not telling him, like I said, that's why I say it's just my opinion.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I think they still could have done his arc, but we've seen him through two movies. You have this new threat here. I believe, just for me, I wish I could have seen more of this tribe that they introduced, which came in strong and kind of had a kind of big finish, but kind of disappeared somewhere in the middle of the movie. And I thought that, to me, I thought that their absence was very much felt for me.
No, cool. You're right. Cause like watching her early on, like she's a big threat, and then when Stephen Lang comes in, he kind of sidelines her.
Yeah,
So-
and they had set her up. I love them working together, but they had set her up to actually be the big threat, her and her tribe. And I think to me, I just thought that was wasted right there.
Well, I don't know. I mean, the more it went on, the more I was like, her tribe is big, but it's important to, I don't know what to say, because it's a big plot point for uniting the tribes. Like
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I know. I get what you're saying. Like I said, that's just me. I because in a little while I'm going to get into, because I said that this is consistent to a fault. I'll get into that in a little bit. You hear She's digging through this coat right. You hear her coughing down there?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sorry. That is Spotify right there. Oh, I keep saying that.
See,
I'm gonna lose this.
See what you did? That's what you get around.
I feel like Linus when he said, "If the Great Pumpkin is coming," I meant Shopify. I did. Really? Come back. Good grief. now Shopify will never show up.
And just read it straight.
You don't want to get dropped by Shopify because Shopify is actually pretty good. Not just for us, but for you out there because we got some very talented people out there. When I say talent, you got skills, man, to make jewelry, you make clothes, you make toys, things that you can sell completely online and thus making yourself your own online entrepreneur. And the best place to start for that is, of course, that's right, you heard it, Shopify. Because Shopify gives you everything that you need to sell online and in person if you want to. You know, millions of entrepreneurs out there, they've already made this leap into Shopify. Shopify gives you the tools to easily build your store because they have hundreds of beautiful templates that you can use, and you can use that not only to make your page look nice, but to also brand your product in your page and your store. Marketing is built in too. You can go ahead and create all these emails and social campaigns that will reach customers everywhere they're scrolling. Because as you grow, Shopify grows with you. They'll handle more orders, expand to new markets for you, and they'll do it all from a simple dashboard. You know what? The only thing that's making it complicated is you, because you're not signing on to it. You got stuff you can sell. You got skills. Hey, listen, they're even going to help you save some money so you can make some money. Put in this code right here. Shopify.com/toasted. That's all lowercase. You put that in and you will get a $1 per month trial period. I want to thank Shopify for sponsoring this portion of the show. And I want to thank all of you out there for your support. Don't you tell them I call them Spotify now, right? So the main Quan, I was talking about them adding something new to this, and that's the reason why I like them so much because, you know, like I said, when they dip out, man, I feel their loss. I was wishing that they were around because this movie for me, it feels a whole lot. Now I don't remember the first movie, but I do remember feeling like there was a difference between that movie and when you brought in all the other tribes and the water tribe and everything, and the last movie, The Way of Water. Mm-hmm. I felt like, this is a proper sequel. We've expanded this world. This movie right here, I feel like I just saw this. It was 2 years ago. It feels just like the last movie to me. It follows a formula. It's and all three of them follow a certain pattern, but the last two are almost exact. Humans double down on their violence. Tension between the tribes is rising. Disrespect for the balance of nature leads to a big, chaotic, but impressive last fight, climax. And then you have this whole nature versus tech theme. And then you get a more sophisticated Ewok type fight at the end. These primitives evolve. They win over all the big tech people, and and it's doing everything right down to even having, because we're supposed to be messing with the fire people now. So I thought that was gonna, even though this seemed like a video game, we already went through the land level, we went to the water level for the second movie, and now we're going to the fire level for this one. Even though it sounded like a video game, I'll enjoy the settings. I thought we would be playing in the fire setting. Instead, we're actually back in the water doing the same kind of stuff we did at the climax of the last movie. So it was this whole thing of maybe being too familiar for me story-wise. Love the way the movie looks. Story is, and it's not, I'm not saying the story is bad, and I'll let you know why in a little bit, but I do feel underwhelmed by the story in this. Just
they stories ain't never been like all that,
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. Maybe they haven't been all that deep. I mean, like, everybody makes a joke about, man, this ain't nothing but a more hardcore Fern Gully. You know, and it is. Fern Gully already covered this stuff, man. We've already had all kind of movies cover this. Yeah, like I said, the Ewoks covered this in a way. But I did think, like, all right, the world is cool. We see one version of this world in the first movie. There's a big difference between the second one. And these last, this last movie is very familiar with the second film. In a lot of ways. So I was underwhelmed by that in that aspect.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. To me, it is like a sequel in that it picks up from the last one and continues the story. I mean, sometimes with a 16-year gap, it makes sense that it would be very different. But with a 2-year gap, with a continuing story,
3 years actually.
Okay, 3 years. It makes sense. And so much with the second one, I was just not feeling it. It was like, yes, we have water, but it opened in a way where it rushed to get to the water tribe because so many things were happening. I was like, well, that doesn't even make sense why you would do that or why these people would accept you. But this time, that's already been set up. I almost felt like the second movie was just set up for this third movie, because here, besides getting the Fire and Ash tribe in there, just with our main characters, it was a deeper, darker story. I found this one more complex, and that's why I had a good time, or at least enjoyed it much more than the second one.
I think that they do some. We're talking about the story. Again, I think they do some cop-out things in there, things that are just way too simplified, tropey, even. Spider's big secret. Spider, man. I thought so. Spider has this big secret that, again, is putting Pandora in jeopardy. And I thought the way they discovered this secret, I was like, well, that feels like that was written at the last minute. Also, how things are resolved. That's actually been one of the weakest things to me in all these movies. Every movie, I believe, again, I don't remember the first one too much, but I believe at the end of the movie, you've seen them, you know what they do. They plug in and things are pretty much resolved at the last minute.
Well, that was, which I'm not going to disagree with you on the thing with Spider. I just know with the second one, I was turned off by a bunch of those things, like a character that suddenly develops powers that have never been talked about before, and it's a Deus Ex Machina, and then with Quaritch with the last one, like the way he was, okay, I'm in this body and I got to deal with this. But then he plugs into one of those flying pterodactyls, and he like with the first movie, it took Jake a while.
Yeah.
And then Quaritch just plugs in, and he's immediately the master of it. And I was like, man, like you're supposed to like work this in there. I know you want to get the story going, but this is unbelievable.
And that's some of the things that I don't like with any of these stories. There are things that people just kind of do that. If this was something that was possible, people should have known about this. So you're right. Somebody here they get some powers out of nowhere, and it's like, all right, that a lot of this stuff really was written last minute. I guarantee you, and it feels like it. And again, like I say, it's just a cop out for this kind of movie.
Well, I don't know if it's written last minute. It's just, but you say
it feels very much like it.
It's just tropey. It's something from a lot of anime, and especially. And of course, Miyazaki's a genius, but there's so much of this that just made me think of his movies like Princess Mononoke or Nausicaa, Valley of the Wind.
Well, those movies are probably more, they lean on being fairy tales. This is more science fiction, and that's why that did not work for me. Listen, I talked about how this looked like, it was so sharp, it looked like cutscenes in a video game. And there are parts of the story that made me feel like I was watching a video game. A very beautiful, one of the most advanced video games I've ever seen, but it felt like I was watching a video game because the story is so simple and they're doing things at the last minute and pulling these things at the ass that I thought like, okay, this is kind of close to video game writing because the emphasis on getting you in there to play the game. Or when they were at their most frantic and most during the climax, during some of their most exciting moments, it felt kind of like a ride at Universal Studios. So the story, man, really the story just didn't do it for me. I hate to keep complaining about some of the movies, and I will say some very positive things about this. Don't think I hate this. I don't. I actually like this. Very much for certain things. Story is just not one of them. and some of the characters I don't like. I'm not crazy about Spider.
No, you know what? I mean,
Jack Champion is the actor.
First off, I know he's working in an unfamiliar environment, an unusual environment, but he really stood out as being the worst actor in this thing. And they wrote a lot of the worst dialogue for him.
That's just what I was gonna say. He has.
They did.
He. You know, I'll talk about. Okay, so this movie is an animated movie. He's a goddamn cartoon.
Yeah.
He's close to talking because he keeps saying bro. And they all say bro a lot, but really he's like bro. They're almost like Ninja Turtles when they're talking. And there's even a point where the dialogue is so bad, he comes out he's like, hey, kiss my butt. And he's shaking his ass. I'm like, oh, gee, you want another movie, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then, you know what? Just give him over to whoever needs want to kill him. He's on my nerves.
Let them experiment on that boy.
Yeah, exactly. Take his ass, please.
Yeah,
He's
he's
getting on
like
my nerves.
the comedy relief
Yeah.
in a Disney movie.
Yeah. That's why I
Yeah,
keep
another
saying.
bad thing is that my fault.
No, go ahead.
But he's playing off of Sagina Weaver a lot.
Sigourney.
Sagina
Well,
Weaver.
you been giving everybody the wrong names, boy. You call Stephen Lang.
My man, her name is hard, bro. It's hard.
It's not hard.
What do you call Sigourney Weaver? Sigourney?
Sigourney?
Sigourney Weaver. Sigourney Weaver. Stephen Lane.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. What are you saying?
But a lot of his scenes are playing off her, right? Now you might think that that's like a little girl in a movie, but like no, that's actually a 76-year-old woman.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like it's hard to play off somebody like that.
Why?
I mean, not that it's hard, but I feel like for him, it might have been a little bit harder for him to play off of her because she's such a great actress. And then I haven't even seen him in that many things.
But he was mostly playing off the boys.
Yeah.
No, but there's a lot of duet scenes with just those two.
But even when he's with Sam Worthington and Zoe Saldana, that was some of his worst.
Yeah. And you know what? And you got to keep in mind that, I know he's playing off of Sigourney Weaver, but she's doing a great job. You know,
she's amazing.
Sigourney Weaver is actually doing a great job in here, and I think that considering that, I mean, she seems like she's doing such a great job that somebody would interact naturally with that. I don't think her age has anything to do with that. Now maybe it's weird because she's dressed up in a motion capture suit or something.
But everybody else is too.
But it's not acting off of anybody. The dialogue for this kid is written badly. Mm-hmm. As much as the movie's so well directed, and I'm talking about how beautiful it is. Some of the actors, not all of them, but some of them are just not given great direction, and
especially him.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I don't think the character of Spider was well directed in this. But that's just me. Not
a
arguing.
lot to do.
But then you got some people in there. Come here, dog. God damn it. But then you got some people in here who are just naturals, man. I mean, Zoe Saldana. Mm-hmm. But she's been playing this damn character so long.
I know.
She's quite sick of it.
You know, it's funny. I was starting to complain about Natiri. Is like, man, she's always crying. Like halfway through the first movie and all through these, she's always crying. But in that featurette, they showed Zoe Saldana in the mocap suit, crying through most of her scenes.
Well, either she's crying or she's...
Yeah, it's either that. Yeah. She's always got this little pout on her face.
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen, a lot of shit went down on Pandora.
No, I know. I mean, that was one of the things I found most interesting. That she, like, everything that went down, she's just full of hate for the humans. Like, I don't care, man. And that little mother right there, he needs to go.
Yeah, Zoe Saldana. What's her name?
Stop it.
Don't do that.
Zoe Soft Salsa. Now, I've been talking about how I don't like the story in here. I've been talking about how some characters are not that good. I think if I was to, really say who's the best character in this movie, it would be the character of Varang. I think that she's the best new addition that we have here. I think that she's amazing. If there's anything that makes me want to see an Avatar 4 or 5, is to see what they would do with her and finally make her the main villain if they decide to go through with that. However, all that said, okay, this movie is such an action-filled film. The pace of this movie is so great. I almost didn't recognize that it was 3 hours. Hell, it's 3 hours and 14 minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
I think
Once it got past 3 hours, and you were like, "Hey, wait a minute."
well, hey, no, man, I almost made it without looking at my phone. I got to about, I think I got to about 2 hours and 45 minutes, and I was like, okay, we're almost done. I was starting to feel it, but I think for the most part, it's such quickly paced, and I think that they actually place the action scenes throughout the movie in ratio to the dramatic scenes or the slower scenes. I think they do a good job at distributing those things throughout the film. That it's a highly entertaining film, and James Cameron is an amazing director. Maybe he ain't the best script writer, or they got the best writers for these movies, but he is an amazing director to where you can just go and watch this. I saw this in IMAX. Now, I'm not saying this is my rating, maybe it is, but I saw this in IMAX, paid $30 for it. Because that's how much IMAX costs over there.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Damn.
It was $20-something, and once it was done with tax, it was $30 to go watch this damn movie.
Motherfucker.
Well, also you saw it in 3D too.
And I saw it in 3D. So, listen, I was not complaining. I sat down, I watched it, and I would recommend this movie. Now, that's up to you want to pay $30, but you don't have to go see it in 3D. Just watching this, I think, on a regular screen. Now, don't watch it on a good screen. And if you can, watch it on even if it's Minimax, on that small IMAX. Go watch it there. And I think it's worth, no matter what you pay, to go see it that way. Because, James Cameron is a master at creating tension-filled action. There was an old woman sitting behind me, and because I was like, what the f***? Because she was so into this movie. You know that expression, on the edge of your seat?
Yeah.
She was literally on the edge of her seat, and this woman, she was so into this film, she was trying to run while she was sitting down. Because behind me, I kept hearing,
like that, yeah.
And I was like, what the f*** is happening? I'm looking around and seeing, and it would stop, and then it'd be like, I thought it was the movie next door or something at the stereo. And I turned around, I saw them feet going up and down that woman. I told her, I said, look, I know you would do it. Could you stop doing it? I'm afraid you're about to kick me in my goddamn head. So the way she was doing them, one of them shoes about to fly off, man.
Did she stop, or did she get up and move to a different seat?
No, she stopped.
Okay.
She stopped. And she even kind of looked like she knew, because she didn't know.
She was that into it.
Yeah, that's how into the movie she was. She didn't know that she was, had the movie been any more exciting, or if it had been crazy, she would have ran with that seat still on her ass. she would have actually took off. She was just getting revved up. Yeah, she would have ran me over. Mm-hmm. But I told her, I said, could you stop? I wasn't mean about it. I was like, hey, I can feel that. Can you slow down on that? And she's like, oh. she didn't know her own legs. So, witnessing that, I was like, yeah, man. And also, like I said, James Cameron, I don't think this story is all that great, as I said. But I do think he knows how to do something with a story to still get you invested. He's not afraid to show death. He's not afraid to show sacrifice. There's a whole lot of cat people and animals dying in this, man. And it feels bad. But then, that it leads up to this feeling of hopelessness. He actually does a great job of making you feel like there's just no way they're gonna win this. Mm-hmm. And then he pulls some cheat shit out his ass. So makes you say Deus Ex Machina. Oh, never mind. Hey, look at this power they didn't tell anybody about. That'll be all right.
Yeah, as if you I cannot beat this video game. What do I do? Oh, use a cheat code.
Yeah.
I don't want to use that. That's the only way you can beat it.
Yeah. But even by cheating, it's kind of like, all right, you know what? There was so much death. I'm not going to say it was 100% completely earned, your happy ending or your victory, but it does feel good after you've made it feel so hopeless.
And it was kind of set up with the last movie.
Yeah. So, man, look, it's still highly entertaining, but the story feels repetitive. The only thing I would say is this is where we're going. Maybe it is time to stop here, at least for a little while with this one. But I still had a really good time just being immersed in the world. I stopped caring about the stories a while back, to be honest with you. So I'm not sitting up here harping on it. I don't think they're very good, and they should be criticized for the faults that I saw in there, at least for me. But as far as just watching this, it is something that you can get lost in. It is something, as I said, James Cameron knows how to direct action. It's pretty incredible. It looks like chaos at one point, but it's satisfying chaos because that's when they kill the most humans, and I love that. Even if it is sort of like I said, just a last minute thing. But I did enjoy it. I want to hear what you rate this though after you give your spiel.
I want to hear where you rate it.
No, that's too bad.
Yeah, you're right there. You're right there on the edge.
Okay, all right. I'd give this a high matinee.
Okay.
Yeah. I know people were thinking I was hating on this, but no, I think it's enjoyable. And like I said, that's just the rating for the story. If you paid full price to go and watch this, and you've been with these movies this long, or if you just if you're going for the story, matinee. But if you don't mind going for the visuals and sitting there for 3 hours and being lost in this world, then it's a full price. If you just don't mind watching just the technology behind this film, because it's gorgeous. But yeah, I'm grading this on everything, and with the story for me not being there really 100%, the story being very underwhelming. Yes, it's a high matinee for me.
So I'm pretty much there with you, except the story did work a little bit better for me, even with its problems, which are very obvious. It's just that at this point, I have different expectations for the Avatar movies, and on that level, the fact that we got to see parents who actually were doing what I think is very much the wrong thing, and it was like, wow, you have feet of clay, and that there's real grief to the point of suicide. I'm surprised they didn't have a trigger warning in it. That it was like, you know what, you put more gravity to this, but I don't know that I've ever been as immersed in this world as I have with this movie. The upgrade in the technology. And you're right about the pacing. It moves in such a way that I didn't feel like a lot of filler scenes. I mean, they got the flying stuff going on, but I do remember in the first one, it was so like, look what we can do.
Yeah.
And this time it's like, well, we're going to show you some of it because it's fun. Because whenever you do 3D and IMAX, the flying scenes are what work the best. But it had a lot going on and things to move into back and forth. And yes, so much of this, when it got to the end, more so than any of the other movies, the big battles at the end, they felt epic. I would give it a low full price.
This movie is, to me, a visual masterpiece. I know I've said it before. It's one of those movies where it's like, I don't got to hear no dialogue. I could just sit there and watch the movie, right? This is one of these movies, you know what I'm saying? And James Cameron also does a great job at writing good characters. Now, I know they might not give the best performances, best dialogue, but he writes them in a certain way where, like, you care about them, So whenever these emotional beats happen in these movies, like especially there was a big emotional beats in the first one, but when they happen in these movies, you actually feel for these characters. Like, you're so connected to these characters that it's like, damn, I don't want that character to die. I thought the main villain girl, I thought she should have, like you said, Corey, I thought she should have stayed the main villain. But I know we got to get familiar, And also with Lang's character, man, he kind of brings some comedy to this movie. I was like, I caught myself laughing at his character the most.
I will say that they do something with his character. Because I forgot to say this. I'm interrupted, but since you're on it,
no, you're good.
I have a little, discussion here. I thought that I didn't like his character's arc. And I was disappointed that they didn't follow through with something that they set up in the middle of the movie. I thought he did something. I don't want to say what it is.
Yeah.
But he did, Colonel Quadrich, whatever his name is, he does something that is out of the ordinary for him, that is not in his character. And I think that's what they're doing is very interesting. He goes against his nature on a certain thing. And the character knows it. He's like, I'm reluctantly doing this. And I thought that is interesting, and I thought that they were going to continue with that throughout the movie, and I don't think they did. So I love Stephen Lang. I got the name wrong. Stephen Lang, is that right?
There you go.
I thought that he looked like Candyman right there or something. But somebody say my name for a time. But I really thought that they were going to continue with that, and the most interesting thing that they did with him, and then he just fell back into being that character.
So, like I said, I'm a sucker for these movies. This is definitely my second favorite in the whole entire franchise. I'm gonna go with y'all, a high matinee, but from a visual standpoint, man, like I said, it's a visual masterpiece. It's a full price.
I've been trying to figure out what it is about this girl that I find so hot. That villain. Mm-hmm. Man, she got a sexy mouth to me.
And she talk nasty too. She talk nasty.
But
she talk dirty too.
She got a sexy walk also.
She got a sexy walk, but there was something about her face when I would look at it. She kind of got this little sexy underbite in a way. I mean, she'll bite your dick off too, but there's something. She has a sexy mouth. I was wondering why she was so hot to me.
Yeah.
You know,
she talk nasty too.
Somebody said, "Chill, she ain't real shit. She real to me, damn it."
I go to Pandora to go visit her.
Yeah.
Now, she might kill me, but you feel me?
And she does have a sexy walk. She got that little slink, and plus she got that long ass body and know how to work it too. Yeah, look, there it is. Look, cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. Well, would you look at that? You made it to the end of the video. That means you really like us. So just go ahead and press that like button and subscribe while you're at it. And check out our other channels, our social media like Instagram, TikTok, and our Patreon where we have new stuff coming up all the time. And we'll see you on the next video.